Hello, Orange Cat here. We're gonna play Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It's gonna be the case by case series, meaning we're only gonna show one case per video. This one to be a trophy guide, and I will try to show all the endings possible in solving cases. So we were left off that we finished some minor side cases because we did some fast travel. So now we're gonna go to the police station for that travel point, and it will also trigger another in-game case. The first police case that will also unlock the the outfits, disguises. Yeah, since I know most places that will automatically trigger cases, I'm just gonna ignore them, walk around them where possible. Yeah. We're heading towards the police station, taking a bit of a detour to trigger some. Okay, there are certain things that won't be triggered unless you have unlocked it in the game, but I haven't unlocked everything, so let's run to the police station, which will we get the fast travel point, and that way we can hopefully ignore most other in-game side cases. We can show in a clear way where you can find it in the game and how to start it. Around to this one. There. That's cool. So the moment we walk in, we also have to solve. It's gonna be the first of the 6 police cases, which is called the mess of disguise.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
But why the archives? Won't that stall everyone's work?
You bet it will. He's looking up all the thieves in Cordona over the past decade. Say one thing for Logan. He's persistent.
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
Okay, so this is the first of 6. Let's go to the Atelier shop. And it is located at the intersection of Knights Road and Trinity Way, Scaladio. That's really close by. Here, I think it's around here. Around the police station. Let's see. Yeah, so we have to walk around. Here we found Mrs. Atelier. That's there. Knights Road. Just walk around. Police station. There it is. Let's enter.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, Signore.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat-up looking. An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind. I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Signor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
Okay, let's dress up. So when you enter here, you're able to interact with items. That you can change your appearance. Let's see what is selected. No. Okay, so you see here this painting.
Ah, look at this old chap putting on airs like some Italian doge. Why don't you disguise yourself as him instead?
We have a job to do, John.
So if you this is a job challenge, and if you complete it, you will receive a trophy. Mamma mia! You can do that first. It's wearing top hats, no glasses, sideburns, and some makeup.
Oh, come on.
But we don't have to blow. See, we don't have a beige suit.
Let's do him first.
Did I? There. There's the item we could pick up. Now we have completion. Let's white suit. Let's see if he look like action.
Uncle Giovanni? Oh, Signore, you look exactly like my uncle. He's the grandson of the Doge of Venice, you know. I knew you reminded me of someone. You are as alike as two peas. Perhaps you have some royal blood in you, too.
That is flattering, I suppose, but I sincerely doubt it, Ma'am.
I told you, he's a doge. Now that's a deduction.
He's not an actual doge.
If you say so, my lord, the doge.
Now we're gonna change the potential criminal. Ugly suit, the bowler hat, and glasses. Let's see. Mustache and let's see if we got everything.
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Ma'am, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Cordona. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Okay, some items. Finish the quest. I can go to the police station showing the sketch. So we also unlock some other clothing that is DLC content, which will be covered later on. So these are all DLC content, some free DLC, but the majority is and the majority is paid. It's part of paid DLC and free. Same for John. To make him stand out, you can have him look like the ice cream guy, green John. Because John pop up everywhere. So let's go to the police station. Fast travel.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
So that is the master of disguise case. Now we're gonna go into the archive, because after that we're able to trigger that Sherlock can actually help the police with police cases. So we're gonna do that as well. So that's gonna be in this video as well. So everything related to this quest. It's just following the number, the parts of each of the case by case series. I've written them also down in the thumbnail picture, so you know which one to look at. This is part 3 already. Gonna be a lot. Let's go to the archive. Please. Let's say victim. Evidence. Documentation. Okay. The missing police files. All I found in the archive was an empty folder labeled Thusly, Case of Violent Holmes, April 9th, 1869, Stonewood Manor, Grand Surrey. There are no documents inside. It seems that there really was a police investigation, yet the case files are missing.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, now we have to go to Stonewood Manor. Okay, so yeah. Let's go first to Stonewood Manor. I will add that to this one as well. Yeah, let's go to Stonewood Manor. Then after we've done that, I will do these cases. Just wait a second. Yeah, let's go first to Stonewood Manor, because I'm trying to...
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
So yeah, this will also explain how the in-game fighting works.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic? A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Okay, that's...
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Oh, I cannot change John's clothes. So yeah, it's important to always
Hooray!
See to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
continuously reload your gun, because if you wait till it's empty, it takes
Come
way
on, Sherry. It's
longer.
just like in childhood. Steady, Sherry. Steady. And my favourite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage and don't forget the environment.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Let's move on. Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armor.
Hooray!
All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all calculated. Look at that helmet of his. You won't be able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
Oh, then we have to wait. Cannot.
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
You
Worried.
have to.
Not
But
at all.
later
I can
in
hit
the
them
game-
all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
So later in the game, you can change the settings, like settings and then gameplay. No, not that one. Difficulty, combat. You can also have it off if you want to be able to skip the battle scenes. but most of the battle scenes are not that different. But yeah, if you're not that handy with it, then just have the skip option.
I'm coming for you.
Where are you?
Take a rest, my friend.
Yes. So that one is quite easy, but he has a quick throw with a knife. Since they don't wear a helmet, you can
Don't bother
also
moving.
The snuff's ready.
obscure the sides. Where are
I'm coming for you.
they? Stone, the hero.
We can overcome the brute now.
No more crime for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Ah, finished. So the ones that have
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Okay, so this is not automatically happens. But yeah, let's go to Stone Manor first. There's not really fast. Yeah. Have to stop here. You can get a new case, but not now. Okay, let's head to Stonewood Manor. The fastest way. So, let's see. Take the bridge. Cemetery is the closest one. To go there without triggering little to no cases. So I'm gonna do the main big cases first. Instead we will also find all the clues that finish the mother's love as well. For the rest, I just try to do only the necessary.
Hey, Sherry.
things.
There's post here. And it seems as if... Hey, Sherry. There's post here. And it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
Of course. My brother Mycroft's letter. Sherlock, I hope this letter doesn't reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreating on steps is at best childish indulgence and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly yet and you were better off for not witnessing it despite all your protestations. One presumed by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your rebellious impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It is time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation, Jill Mycroft.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
So this is the garden. The only thing you can examine is this gazebo.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, very precious.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Partner in crime, Joe. Yeah, I will not read all this stuff because I also showed that in the special case series.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier. Perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Try to recall that memory about the policeman, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so the door is closed.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Okay, let's examine everything. You have to.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
Auction notification. This will trigger the side quest. Pay auction notification. We have been instructed that a public auction will take place on 20 July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of the property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by experts that their authenticity is.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but most of them you will unlock.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavour.
Let's see, did we examine everything? Oh.
I think our family portrait used to hang here. One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Okay. Again. Now we have to recall.
There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Now you have to deduce what happens. Did we find everything? So here's Sherlock helping Mycroft and the guy.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
Arriving at Cordona, we arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so he tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to her room. The last person to arrive was the doctor. Otto Richter was said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Okay, so new memories. So this Hamlet post.
To be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
So that pamphlet is because we solved already this memory flashes of merriment.
Look at this. It's like travelling 10 years into the past with a single step. Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
You're not gonna interact with that notebook because that will also trigger a side quest as well. Okay.
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch.
That's from the case disguise.
Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? One of John's first pictures. I think this was supposed to be Mycroft. He really has improved his skills since then. This brings back memories. We used this old diary to keep track of our adventures. I think it was my father's. John, do you think we can visit some of the places mentioned in the diary for old time's sake?
Why not? Nothing like a stroll down memory lane. Note down the places you'd like to visit, and I'll add what I remember of them.
Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna solve that one. Gonna do that for later, because it's gonna be a memory show. Let's think. Okay, let's look. We can look for the room. Let's see.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him
Coal
several
dust
times.
from
while living
Miner's
here.
End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Okay. Can.
Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
So yeah, this room will be filled up as you think the story and solve the cases.
Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
My very favourite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
Okay, so we can solve the hidden treasure.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Still has a faint odour of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Made of cherry wood, father's favourite.
The pipe cigar. Small, straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father's cigarettes. We had to hide it from Private as he didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface worn from frequent use, but it has been well maintained. Faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has taken his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries considerable sentimental value.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Okay. So let's save it. Yeah, thank you for watching. This was the Master of the Skies police case 1 of 6. We entered the Holmes Manor. We started the tale of the empty house, but which will not be completed until you finish almost the entire game, the main cases. Otherwise, the other furniture will not be available yet. We also started the Child of Cordona because of Sherlock's father's diary notebook. This is just him remembering where he played when he was younger, but we will not do that now, it's a side case. So thank you for watching, wish you all well and see you in the next video. This was the case by case series.